Hello and welcome to episode 82 of The Pilgrimage on FM23. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode I've got two games for you. We're away to Spezia in the Coppa Italia first round, and then away to Albino Leffe in Serie B. And before that, I'm going to show you the transfer business that we've done since taking over the club. So I'll be back with that in just a moment. Okay, here we go then with the transfer roundup. I'll begin with the players leaving the club. Connor Noss leaves to Benevento on a free transfer. Matteo Lamioni went to Rimini on a free. Marco Ciano left for Spezia under 20s for an initial £18,250, potentially rising to £66,000. And Fernando Dana went to Ancona on loan. Turning our attention now to the players coming in. The first player in was Elvis Shehu from Lecce on loan, so let's meet him. And he is a centre-back, 23 years of age, 3.5 stars of current ability, 4.5 stars of potential, and one of the best centre-backs at the club. Next in was Nicola Tintori from Venezia on loan. And Nicola is a goalkeeper, 3-star current ability and 3-star potential, 31 years of age, so has plenty of experience and should be the number one goalkeeper. After Tintori, it was Nicholas Michelini, who came in on loan from Torino, and he is a central midfielder, 2 stars of current ability, 4.5 stars of potential, 21-year-old. So he's going to provide depth rather than necessarily be a first-team regular. So after Michelini, next in was Alberto Lozano on a free transfer. He was unattached. He's a right back, 3 stars of current ability, 4 stars of potential, and he will definitely be providing at least second choice right back, if not making regular appearances in that position. So after Lozano, next in was Piotr Wostasiak from Wolves on loan, and he is a centre-back, 3 stars of current ability, 4.5 stars of potential, 20 years of age, Polish, under 21 international, so very much going to be in contention for a first team spot at centre back. And after Piotr was Marius Helevic on loan from Sassuolo, and he's a left back, 3.5 stars of current ability, 4 stars of potential, second best left back at the club. So left back, obviously a position we are very strong in. And our final arrival was Tony Fuidas on a free transfer. He is our other goalkeeper signing, 3 stars of current ability and 3 stars of potential. So he's exactly the same as Nicola Tintori. So we'll probably end up splitting the goalkeeping duties fairly equally. And that concludes the transfer roundup. I'll show you the squad in a moment. Okay, here we go then with a quick walkthrough of the squad planner to show you what our squad looks like now. We begin in goal, Nicola Tintori and Tony Fuidas, as I said. There's not much between them. Tintori has a slight edge, but not much. So he'll probably start as first choice at the beginning of the season. Move on to left back. and Devatak is marginally ahead of Helevic, but this is undoubtedly our strongest position in the team. We move on to the centre backs, and we've got 4 decent options at centre back in Kevin Keben, Elvis Shehu, Piotr Wostasiak and Alessandro Cercati. And we move on to right back, and Alberto Lozano, in fact he shouldn't be the first choice, but he is, the simple reason being that the best 2 right backs at the club are actually specialist centre backs in Kevin Keben and Alessandro Cercati, so Lozano will start at right back. We move on to defensive midfield. Our best defensive midfielder is Jacopo Segre, but he is currently out injured for up to 6 months. So he's backed up by Arrigoni and Panada. Move on to our ball-winning midfielders. Segre again is the best at the club, and Panada and Micheletti the 2 backups in that position. Segre is also the best as box-to-box midfielder, backed up by Panada, Micheletti and Arrigoni. Left wing, Ragnar Ache is our best left winger, and he's not even a specialist left winger, he's a striker. On the right, Micheletti is the best right winger at the club, but as you can see, even he is a midfielder rather than a winger, so that's another position that in an ideal world we'll be looking to strengthen at some point. And that just leaves us with strikers to have a look at. There is only one at the club who is good enough to be considered for first team striker duties, and that is Young Sang Bin. So if we lose him, we are in massive amounts of trouble. It's partly a reflection of the financial position of the club. We just can't afford to bring anybody else in unless we can find some fee-free loans to look at. So that concludes the squad roundup. I'll be back in a moment to show you how we got on in our pre-season fixtures. Okay, here are the confirmed pre-season results, and as you can see, we began with a 2-2 home draw against Venezia. We then lost 3-1 at home to Inter. We beat Hellas Verona 2-1 away from home. We lost 2-0 at home to Manchester City. We lost 2-1 at home to Bari. We then smashed Super Giovane 7-0, beat Taranto 6-2, and we finished up with a 5-1 home win against Avellino. So that concludes the pre-season results. I'll be back in a moment to show you the team for the match in the Coppa Italia against Spezia. Okay, here is the team then for that Coppa Italia match away to Spezia, and it is Tintori in goal, back for Devatak, Cercati, Keben and Lozano. It's Panada at the base of midfield, Arrigoni and Micheletti ahead of him, Ache on the left, Sacco on the right, Young Sang Bin up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant manager thinks we've got nothing to lose. We know how good we are. Show everyone else what we're capable of. Why not? Let's give it a go. And let's get out there and see if we can pull off an upset. Let's kick things off. As always, we're going to wait the first 10 minutes and see what happens. So, first attack is Spezia, and Tintori makes a comfortable save. It is Spezia on the attack again. Ferrarini plays it back to Makanovic. It's headed away by Cercati. Ache to Devatak. Devatak's ball forward. Young Sang-bin to Sacco. He's dispossessed by Sorensen. Paredes to Talbi. Over the top for Acquasini. Into Sorensen. Into the middle. And Jordan Terrien has found the back of the net. And it is Spezia 1, Palermo 0. We've only played 4 minutes. So I think a demand more at this point. Probably needed. And in terms of attacking, we've done absolutely almost no attacking. Although, having said that, we have now had 2 shots, but haven't hit the target yet. We're being totally outplayed by Spezia, though, at the moment. So we will need to make changes at half-time. And that was very, very close indeed to a second for Spezia. Not sure how we're going to make many changes. We've got a very paper-thin squad at the moment. But we're going to have to do something at half-time because we are in danger of being completely overrun here. Talbi into Garcia. Those 2 swap passes again. Makanovic, Talbi. Over the top for Gomez. And he gets it down. Finds Ferrarini. And his shot is saved by Tintoni. And Keben gets it away with the help of Lozano. And we escape somehow from that one. And it does look like we may go in at half-time 1-0 down. Which would be something of a result given the way this first half has gone. They've hit the post again. And we managed to get it out of play for a throw-in. And that may be the thing that keeps it at 1-0. And it is. It's Spezia 1, Palermo 0 at half-time. Let's go in and tell the lads, I'm going to disagree. Show me something else in the second half. Let's see what we can do in terms of subs. Young Sang-bin is anxious, not ideal. But we've got a couple of players who need to come off for fitness reasons. Lozano. We're going to need to move Keben to right back. So Lozano will be replaced by Vostasiak. Centre back. We'll also take off Devatak and bring on Helevic. And for my third change, Arrigoni for, let's see, what will do the least amount of damage. Probably Michelini, but it's close. So 3 changes, and let's get out there and see if we can rescue something. Let's demand more. We have been completely outplayed up to now. So we have absolutely nothing to lose by going for it. Helevic into Ace. Helevic back to Cercati into Michelini. Cercati to Vostasiak. Young Sang-bin can't gather it in. So Spezia will come again down their right hand side. Ferrarini. Nobody closing him down. Finds Gomez. Crossed in. And the shot is wide. We have got away with one there. Tintori to Cercati, who holds on to the ball. He's trying to draw them in. Helevic back to Cercati, who plays it forward for Sang-bin. And Garcia plays it forward. And they're in behind again. And we make our goalkeeper, Tintori, makes a massive save to keep it at 1-0. Garcia's corner is cleared by Cercati, only as far as Terrien though, and he finds Sorensen, Garcia, and it's cleared by Michelini, and the highlight comes to an end. We've shown absolutely nothing so far. Ace needs to come off, so Silvestri is the obvious answer there. And I'm really not sure what the final substitution is going to be, if indeed there will be one. Garcia to Sorensen into Accorsini. It's played out to their left-hand side. Paredes hits the shot over the crossbar, thankfully. Still only 1 goal in it. Let's encourage Young Sang-bin. See if we can persuade him to put in a bit of extra effort for the last few minutes. Saying that, it's still over 15 to go. And it's now 2-0. Ferrarini has wrapped it up for Spezia. 17 minutes left. Spezia 2, Palermo 0. There's very little we can do at this point. There isn't anybody on the bench who's a specialist striker. So we are really stuck with what we've got. Micheletti plays it forward for Young Sang-bin, but he isn't going to get there. Talbi to Makanovic. Garcia plays it forward to Adlai. We do win it back. Panada. Seko. Keben back to Vostasiak. Panada, ball over the top to Silvestri on the left. He plays it into Helevic. On the overlap is Silvestri. Panada to Micheletti. And Stefano Sacco has pulled 1 back. And it is Spezia 2, Palermo 1. Can we get a second goal to somehow manage to rescue the match? Let's attack for the last 5 minutes and see if we can turn it around completely. Makanovic with the throw-in for Spezia. Taking his time over it. Finds Adlai. Sorensen to Galazzi. It's played forward. And Gusani is in behind. And that is out for a goal kick. And it's Vostasiak with the ball out to the left wing. Silvestri can't get it under control, so they'll bring it away. Galazzi plays it over to Paredes, who plays it back to Bonini. Talbi to Garcia to Sorensen to Makanovic on the right. Makanovic comes forward, plays it back to Sorensen. Helevic intercepts but gives it away. Adlai to Sorensen. It's played over the top for Galazzi. And we get it clear. In fact, it's a penalty. Not sure what for initially. It is being reviewed by VAR. But it is a penalty. No surprise there. And it does look like they're going to wrap it up in stoppage time. So Adlai with the spot kick. Keeper goes the right way, doesn't get there. And Amin Adlai makes it Spezia 3, Palermo 1. And that confirms their win. And that indeed is the full-time score. Spezia 3, Palermo 1. I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the opening league match of the season as we make the trip to Albino Leffe. And the team for this one is Fuidias in goal. Back four of Devatak, Shehu, Keben and Lozano. Panada at the base of midfield, Aragoni and Micheletti ahead of him. Ache on the left, Sacco on the right, Young Sang-bin up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant wants to be impressed today, so let's agree with him and let's get into the tunnel for a tunnel interview. Made it clear that the performance against Spezia wasn't good enough. What needs to change today? I want us to find a higher level, the level we know we're capable of reaching, but don't always show. How important is a good performance? If we play to the levels we're capable of, we'll be fine. Is the first goal going to be crucial? Yeah, scoring first matters. Absolutely. So let's get into the game. Let's kick things off and see if we can break down that Albino defence. So Lozano plays it forward but gives it away. Saliba clears but Devatak wins it back. Young Sang-bin with the shot. and he's just off target. Very nearly a very fast start from us, but not quite good enough. So goal kick to Albino, and they manage to retain possession on halfway. Young Sang-bin, Devatak comes over the halfway line, plays it into Micheletti, slides in Young Sang-bin, who finishes in some style to make it Albino Leffe 0, Palermo 1. So 6 minutes gone, we're 1-0 up in our first league match of the season. So things have started well. Long may that continue. And so 20 minutes gone, we're on the attack again. Aragoni to Ache. Devatak back to Shehu. Devatak, ball over the top for Young Sang-bin. He's in the area, dinks the keeper, but it must have been deflected because it's a corner, and it'll be an in-swinger from Devatak. And it's headed away, but Micheletti should and does get there. Devatak plays it in, but it's cleared. Only as far as Kebben, but the highlight comes to an end. And we have utterly dominated the opening 27 minutes of the match, but still only the one goal to the good. A second goal would make masses of difference to us at the moment, but there's no sign of it yet. Looks like we're going to go in at half-time 1-0, but Lozano picks up the ball, finds Fuidias, the goalkeeper. What's he going to do? Is he going to go short or is he going to go long? He goes long, straight down the middle. Ache into Sacco, and he hits the outside of the net, and the highlight comes to an end. So it is going to be 1-0 at half-time. Albino 0, Palermo 1. So that is encouraging, but we can definitely find another gear. In terms of substitutions, do we need to make any? Yeah, Kebben needs to come off, and Vostasiak can come on. And let's get out there and start the second half. I'm going to try and make as few substitutions as possible. We don't have a lot of depth beyond the first 11, so we'll encourage. So Furlanetto clears it for Albino Leffe. De Luca to Occhioni. De Luca goes long, and they're in behind, and they've managed an equaliser. Luigi Caccavo, and it is Albino Leffe 1, Palermo 1. So we need to demand more as soon as we possibly can. This is not ideal. Where are we losing it? What has gone wrong? Demand more. We've got a free kick. Sacco over it. Deflects off the wall. Sang-bin with the shot. And De Luca gets it away. And the highlight comes to an end. So in terms of changes, Sacco is the obvious answer. So Pavarini is going to have to come on. Shehu now is going to have to come off, and Circati is the answer. Devatak with the throw-in, and it's cleared, but Shehu will pick it up, finds Panada. Panada chips the goalkeeper but doesn't get enough on it, and it looks like we're going to drop 2 points in our opening match. And that is indeed how it finished. Albino Leffe 1, Palermo 1. I'll be back in a moment to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, time now to round up the episode by telling you what's coming up on the next one. I've had a look at the projected league table, and given that first match ended up in a disappointing 1-1 draw against one of the favourites for relegation, I think I should probably bring you back for back-to-back matches against two of the other relegation favourites. So I'm going to bring you back for the away game against Ferrari Pisalo and the home game against Ascoli at the end of September and beginning of October. And if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.